What is up, everybody? I think we should be good. Hopefully, my audio is operating well for you guys here. Let me know. Let's see. Might do that. It might actually help a little bit. We got some people in the chat already, slowly following in here. All right, let's send a little tweet out. Man, what a day. What a day. Ben, what's up, brother? All right, so we are at Marion, North Carolina. Just finished today the round one at the Blue Ridge Championship, getting off the Gorge course. I'm going to be annoyed if this thing keeps auto-correcting like that. I guess I'll kind of go through my round and answer your guys' questions and all that stuff. And then we'll kind of go through the leaderboard, see who actually played well today, and I'll give my thoughts on what I think is going to happen the rest going into the weekend, and then answer some of your guys' question and all that stuff. So at least you didn't shoot a 14 on hole 18. Would love to know how that guy managed to get 14 on that hole. I can tell you, it's not hard. It's one of those, if you ever watch the movie 10 Cup, it's a very, very, very similar situation where you can put yourself in a spot on the fairway where your only choice is to continue to go at the basket. And if you don't land on it, you just keep rethrowing. I mean, I guess you could lay up, but when you're probably at that point, throwing your fifth, sixth, seventh shot, whatever it may be, you just kind of want to actually do the shot. So I don't blame him for doing that at all. Well, here we are. So coming into this tournament, I felt good. I felt confident. Last week was not a good tournament at all. I had 2 really bad rounds and then 1 mediocre round to finish it off. And I'm sure people, can make the excuses of like it was bad weather, it was cold, it was rainy, whatever. I don't like to make those type of excuses. Like I know personally I don't enjoy playing in the cold as much as in the warm, but that shouldn't affect my score as much as it did. So coming into this tournament, I thought today was actually going to be really, really cold and rainy, and the weather kind of turned around on us. I think you guys, if you watch coverage, you can see that the guys got rained on for like maybe the last hole. So the weather held off. I think we threw the umbrella up maybe for 2 or 3 holes in the middle of the round. It was just kind of sprinkling on us, nothing bad. Temperatures were pretty good as well, so that was nice. So the weather was fine today, and I felt good. I kind of changed a little bit of my form throughout the week. I was kind of manipulating my reach back, if you will, or my backswing, if you will. And I was really liking the outcomes on my backhand. I was really liking how it was working. It just didn't happen today. It didn't. I mean, if you saw on Twitter, I threw 8 shots either in a hazard or out of bounds. So that's 8 shots right there thrown out the door. And then I would say on half of those, I threw it in a position where I lost like another stroke because of the distance. So there's 12 strokes, essentially 12 strokes that I just completely just threw away. And now obviously this course, I like this course. I'll be the first to tell you this. I think this is actually a really solid course. It's challenging. You don't really get to like take a second to breathe. And if you throw a bad shot, it can compound you really quickly. So I like this course, even though it kicked my butt today. I'm not going to be someone that blames the course and is like, this OB is ridiculous. And no, it's a fair course. You throw good shots, you get rewarded. You throw bad shots, you get penalized, or you potentially could get penalized. I will say there are situations where, and you're not going to get rid of this. There are coin flip situations where let's go to the long par 4, which would be hole number. So you got 9, then you got 10, 11, 12. Hole 12, the long par 4. Evan, what's good, brother? Evan, are you our only TLC in right now? The TLC is not showing up, huh? Evans, you're the only member cruising right now. So whatever the hole I just told you, the long par 4, I was playing that hole for par, threw my second shot layup, and then threw, Jeremy, what's up, brother? Then threw my, can I see maybe I can get a better, let me see here. Because I can't really see what's going on actually when I'm just in this thing. Maybe I can go, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to see if this works better. Control room. There we go. Okay. That's what I want to see. Control room. Okay. All right. Now I can see what's going on. Okay. Fantastic. Zach, welcome, dude. Welcome to the TLC, brother. Heck yeah. Let's go. So that basket is on probably the steepest hill in the course, and OB is really, really close to that. And I threw a shot, and it was a 50-50 shot. And what I mean by 50-50 is there was a chance that it stayed in bounds, and there was a chance that it would roll OB. The reason why it was 50-50, though, was because of the speed. I threw it with too much speed. If I would have thrown it softer, it would have not been 50-50. It would have just settled on the hill. I would have tapped in for a par and moved on. I threw it a little too fast and gave it enough, action, if you will, when it hit the ground to where it could turn into it. So that's all me. And that was most of today was just throwing bad shots over and over and over and over again. And man, does it get frustrating 1000%. I think the other thing too that I'm kind of struggling with, I guess you could say, is just the fact that I've been having these type of rounds for a very long time. And quite frank, if you will, I feel like I was playing better disc golf last year than I currently am. And that's very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. At what point do you go, Evan? I wish my OBs were like super aggressive shots. They weren't, man. They weren't aggressive shots. They were the shots that were required. And I was just throwing them OB. Someone else, posted something on Twitter being like, well, maybe you should practice more and stop being on social media. And I was like, listen, dude, I wish I could use that excuse as I'm so busy, guys. I do so much stuff. I just haven't had time to practice. That's why I'm playing bad. That's just not the case, though. I have been practicing a lot. I've been putting a lot. I've been playing practice rounds, throwing multiple shots, throwing shots in the net, working on my fit. I've been putting a lot of work in this year on the game, and it just has not translated at all. And it's been so frustrating. So frustrating. And there's a lot of easy way outs. There's a lot of things I could do. That would be the easy way out, right? First one, obviously, is just like withdrawal. Just withdraw from the tournament, head down to Augusta and start practicing for Champions Cup. But I hate that. I think the only reason you should ever withdraw is family emergency, you're sick and you literally can't get out of bed, or you injured yourself to the point of where you can't throw. If I don't think outside of those three, you should withdraw from a tournament. especially don't withdraw from a tournament if you're trying to protect your rating, your ranking, your whatever. You will never see me do that. You will never see me do that. Like, do I want to, I guess the question is like, am I looking forward? What did Jeremy say? Jeremy, you think the time off on winter break is still affecting you play and starting the season with less reliability? I don't. Yeah, see again, to me that's like a cop out, being like I spent a lot of my off season getting, losing weight and getting back in shape and not throwing. We're in April. Tournaments started in February. I've had almost 2 full months of being back throwing frisbees. It's weird, man. There's like a weird confidence issue that I'm having right now. There's, I don't know. It might be. I mean, yeah. Who knows? The game of disc golf is extremely slow, and I'll be the first to say that is something that I probably do struggle with a little bit. Is just the slowness of the sport. I mean, today our round took 3 hours and 45 minutes, I think, something like that. And you're just not throwing that many shots. Like, I played really, really bad today, and I threw, let's see, what did I shoot? 67, I think. I think it's a par 70 or a par 60. So I think I shot 67. So I shot 67. That's 18. I had at least 18 putts. So make that 50. And then I think I missed a couple putts as well. So 45. I threw 45 shots in 3 hours and 45 minutes. I mean, that's just not a lot of shots. So, and that's me playing bad, where I'm throwing. No, I didn't even throw that many shots. What the heck? I threw 8 OB shots. So you got to take those away. So that's 37. I threw 37 shots. Does that sound about right? Yeah, that sounds about right. I threw 37 shots today in 3 hours and 45 minutes. So that's like 18 shots in 2 hours, 9 shots an hour. It's like 4 shots every 30. I mean, it's just so slow. And that might be something that's causing a little bit. Because with Ultimate, man, I've never, the feeling I'm going through right now, I've never had this feeling in Ultimate Frisbee. Never one to ever have a feeling of where it was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't figure out how to throw a Frisbee. I can't, the math might be off. I don't know. Maybe. I think that's just the most frustrating part right now, is there's not really something that I can pinpoint as to what hey, we had the new amateur eyes emoji. Did you guys see the craziness that went down real quick? Just to change topics. Did you guys see the craziness that went down on Yuli's Instagram? I was watching, or I was obviously, I'd go back and look at the comments and stuff from the podcast just to see what you guys liked and what we can get better and all that stuff. I didn't see anyone coming after AB at all for his pet peeves. And Yuli put up like the little pet peeves thing that AB did with the AMIs. And there were tons of comments coming after AB being like, this is so disrespectful, yada, yada. And I just thought it was so weird. And maybe it's just a complete context thing. Maybe it's one of those where you have the long form podcast and people are able to get a full context of what we're doing. And then on Instagram, it was just a 30-second clip of AB talking about AMIs, and people people going off on him. I thought that was wild. I think the emoji's great. I think the emoji turned out awesome. Huge fan of that. Yeah, I thought also AB did really, really well. It is kind of crazy to think like how much different social media platforms are, right? Like how much YouTube, the people that are on YouTube and how they respond versus Twitter versus Instagram. You would think it'd be kind of even across the board, but it's not. What is Ami's? Did you miss the podcast, Gavin? Did you not you didn't watch last tour life? Oh, you don't even have an Instagram page? Is it Hager Warrior or Hage Warrior? Hage R Warrior. Hager Warrior? Social media is a nutcase? Might be. Appreciate it, Richard. You must have missed it. Yeah, you should check it out. We had some pretty good interviews with some people last week on Tour Life, so you should check it out. All right, so kind of going back to my round. Like I said, getting off the course, there wasn't that. I think that's the thing that I'm most frustrated with right now. Waco, easy, right? I get done playing my round at Waco. I'm like, holy cow! I 3-putted inside a circle twice. Need to get that dialed in. Let's go to the practice green and let's putt. Makes sense. After today's round, I don't know. I mean, I went and practiced putted for like 30, 45 minutes, and then I cool down and stretch for another 30 or so. So my body feels good, but there's not like a specific thing that I can just pinpoint and say, this is what is costing me strokes. So, man, it's brutal right now. And see, this is where it's weird, is because I get what you guys are. I mean, first off, I want to say I appreciate all of you guys, one, for just kind of jumping in here and letting me just rant a little bit. I talked to Kelsey for a good bit of time, but I told her, I was like, I'm just going to go on YouTube Live and just talk to some peeps and see what happens. But so first off, I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. And then I appreciate, obviously, all you guys, too, trying to give advice and trying to help me as well. The thing that's just weird, and maybe there is a difference between disc golf and the slow nature and the slow pace and how it's not a reactionary sport, and ultimate being more fast paced and more reactionary. So maybe there is something there where it's like, I have to do things differently, but that's where it's like, I never had any of these issues in ultimate, right? I didn't have to meditate before an ultimate Frisbee game. I didn't have to work on my breathing before I threw a pass in ultimate, before I jumped and caught a disc. There wasn't any of this extra stuff. Like ultimate Frisbee, all I did was throw the crap out of the Frisbee all the time to where I was super comfortable throwing any type of shot. And then I worked my butt off in the gym and on the track. Like that's what, and then I just studied the game, watched ton of film, watched ton of footage of other teams and tendencies and all that stuff. And then I went out there and balled out. And that was my play, you know? I did used to only throw one disc. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, you're right. Just be 16 again. I didn't play Ultimate Frisbee when I was 16. How much water do I drink a day? It's a good question. I don't really keep track of it. The only thing I don't know if this is like too much information for you guys, but the way I keep track, I guess, in a way, of how much I'm drinking is just by the color of my urine. That's how I know. Kind of makes me wonder if there needs to be a ritual before every throw, like for regular golf. I have to remember not to try and crush the ball, but to relax. You know what? That might be something I might Yeah, you might be onto something there. Like a pre-shot routine, if you will. You were relaxed, now you're trying too hard. That might be it too, Chuck. That might be it too. Yep, exactly, Taylor. Nailed it. Hmm. Did I go DNF or I'm not? Did you just join, Robert? I'm not DNFing. I gave 3 reasons why you should withdraw. And it's withdrawal. It's not. It shouldn't be DNF. It should be WD because you withdrew. 3 reasons: family emergency, so sick you can't get out of bed, so injured you can't throw a frisbee. See, Hadrian, that's the problem though. I don't have fun when I'm playing bad and throwing bad shots. I have a lot of fun when I'm playing good and throwing good shots. I don't have fun when I'm playing bad and throwing bad shots, though. That's for sure. That's for dang sure. All right. Any other questions on my round? And then once we kind of get my round all locked in, we can kind of look at what else happened. What did I throw off the tee on one? A Nuke OS. I threw it too wide. Perfect height, perfect distance, 20 feet too wide. Anybody who says disc golf is fun when throwing poorly is lying. See, I think that's a big difference between disc golf and golf. Is I think you can still have fun golfing. Hey, Absolute Skin, welcome, my friend, to the TLC, the Tour Life crew, baby. Thanks for becoming a member, man. That's the big difference between golf and disc golf. Golf, a lot of times you're on these incredible courses. You get to drive a golf cart. You've got drinks coming, snacks. Usually you're with a bunch of buddies. So easy to have fun. Normally it's good weather. So easy to have fun in golf. Disc golf, man, it's a little bit different, I think. A little bit different. What are your expectations for tomorrow's round? John, thanks for the $1.99. Gosh. I mean, I'm in a position now where I'm going to have to fight to not only cash, but I need it's tough because like the points at this tournament don't really matter anymore. Because to me, a lot of these silver events and stuff, you got to remember, I'm battling for points for the tour championship, right? I'm trying to become, I think it's top 32, qualify for the tour championship at the end of the year. I'm inside that line right now. I believe I'm 28th right now, but you can only count 3 silver events. I've got a top 10 at New World, and then I got a top 10 at Texas States. So I can only count one more silver event. So I was really hoping to get another top 10 here, and then I wouldn't have to play any silver events the rest of the season. But I'm probably, obviously I'm not going to get a top 10. I'm so far out. I'm top 10 right now, I think is like 4 under. So I'm 11 shots back. Just not even possible. Brian H., thanks so much. Becoming a member. Welcome to the TLC. Let's go, baby. Richard with the 20 spotter. Thanks so much, brother. Buy a burger on me, dude. I'm gonna go. Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go. You know what? You know who has a good burger? It has a pretty good burger. Wendy's. Wendy's actually has a pretty good burger. I'm gonna go to get a burger on you tomorrow, Richard. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Zachary, celebrate the first super chat from Zachary. Zach, thanks for the $1, brother. Appreciate it so much. Boom Disc Golf. Thanks for the $4.99. I appreciate your energy and positivity. Stay hungry and don't let the bad shots get to you. Conquer each moment. No regrets. Full commitment. I appreciate that. Those are good words. Good words to live by right there. And trust me, I'm trying. Focus on the positives. Last week might be in the back of your mind too, possibly. Let's set some goals for tomorrow and that we can achieve easily. You're living the dream, bro. You got this. Evan, appreciate it. Yeah. So let's talk about tomorrow. Expectations for tomorrow. I want to throw the disc in bounds. I want to throw the disc in bounds, but I think it would be nice to kind of let's just take a look at the leaderboard right now and just kind of see what's feasible. Because I think right now I want to shoot under par tomorrow. I think that's a good goal, is to go under par tomorrow. And then as far as like where my movement is on the leaderboard, I'm currently in 88th place at +7. And top 50 right now is +2. So I would like that. I would like that move. I would like to try to get top 50 by the end of round 2 and get under par tomorrow. I think that those would be good goals to set moving in forward. And to do that, essentially, I need to just throw the freaking disc in bounds. Get sneakies all day. Jax Vaughn, welcome to the TLC, brother. Heck yeah. Getting some new members in. Appreciate it. If you're listening right now and you're like, what the heck is the TLC? The TLC is the Tour Life crew. These are people that have become channel members on the Foundation Podcast channel, which is the YouTube channel you guys are currently watching right now. And this just helps support not just Tour Life, but this also just helps support all the Foundation and all the channels and all that stuff. We've got Silas working behind the camera and doing all that stuff. You got myself and you. We got all sorts of people working on everything. And so if you want to support the Tour Life podcast, you like what we're doing, become a member. You get, your name gets highlighted so I can see Pee-wee. And then you get Kyle Bartlett. Is this Kyle Bartlett, the caddy? And then you get the access to some emojis. And these are the new ones. Hadra Warrior showing you guys the new emojis that were just created after last week's podcast. So if it's one of those things too, if you guys want certain, new emojis to use, we'll make it happen. So we got That's Nice, which is the question that Yuli always asks guests, whose game do you look at and go, that's nice. Like that's a game, that's someone's game that I want to emulate. And then we've got the amateur eyes, which is the 8 with the eyes, which are zeros. So like 800 amateur rating, amateur eyes. That's kind of what we're going with there. So we got emojis that you guys can use. So appreciate everything. Tour Life stamped roller disc would be great. I did just talk to Hunter tonight about potentially getting a Tour Life disc at some point made. I don't know what disc it would be. That could be something that we could all discuss at some point. But that would be kind of a sweet thing to have in the bag. Heck yeah, Kyle. What's up, man? Okay, so those are the goals. Any other questions about my round today? Anyone else have any other questions? This is the Bogey Bros shirt. Repping Hunter and Trevor, the Bogey Bros. What were the positives of your round? I just joined, so I missed a lot. Looks like powering 18 was pretty stellar. See, I don't think 18's that tough. If you're playing for par, I don't think it's that hard. I go wide hyzer. It's playing in a tailwind. So I go wide backhand hyzer. Not a hard shot. I guess it would – let me take that back. 18 isn't difficult if you can throw like a 400-plus hyzer. If you can throw 400-plus hyzer, it's not hard. I can see how it's difficult if you can't do that. So, sorry, I just wanted to rephrase. So, 400-plus hyzer. Then I throw like a Challenger OS up into the trees. And then it's just like a little forehand, or depending on where I end up, it's a little forehand into the hill, or like a backhand stall shot, like a 100-foot upshot. So I don't think it's that hard of a hole. I think it's just really challenging. If you can't throw 400-plus hyzer, then you have to throw left and power, do that flex, which makes it very challenging. Or if you actually try to go for it, then it can get very tough as well. Harold, appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Jax, checking out the new emojis. There you go, brother. The putter felt fine. I don't think I missed the putt inside a circle. I missed 2 step putts that I think I should have made. And outside of that, I just didn't really have that many putts today. I wasn't throwing that well. Jacob Wigdorski, welcome to TLC, brother. Thanks so much for the channel membership. We appreciate it greatly. Anyone on your card play good? Yes, I actually got to play with Harper Thompson, and he shot 6 under, had a putt, had like a 20-foot putt on 18 for par to shoot 7 under, and clanked it off the basket, I think, or off the. It was a little bit of a nervy putt, and I'm sure he probably looked at the scores and was like, if I make this, there's a good chance I'm on lead card, which he would have been tied for the lead. So it might have been a little nervy, but he played really, really freaking good today. He shot 6 under. He had 8 birdies, 2 bogeys. Had a really good round. Richard Myers, welcome to TLC, brother. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Harold, thank you so much for that. I needed that. All right. Any other questions for me about today? If not, we're going to kind of go through the leaderboard. I guess we can kind of look at FPL real quick. Difficulty of the basket placements compared to other courses. I'm trying to think of some. I mean, I'm sure we've played some other courses that are close, but nothing. I think this has to be the hardest. This one probably has to be the hardest. Do you think this course will be an elite course at some point? I think it should be. And this is where, I think there's a couple things that need to be tweaked. I think hole 9 and hole 10 need to be tweaked. I think hole 9 would be a great par 4. They need it right now. It's like a 500 and something foot uphill par 3 on a really, really tricky basket green. I think they have the ability of moving that tee back and making it a par 4. I think it's a really great par 4. And then I think they need to move hole 10. They either need to move the basket more to the left so you can actually have like a decent shot at it, or they need to move the tee pad up. Let me see how many birdies were on hole. Let's see. How many birdies were on hole 10 today? There were 2 birdies on hole 10. Calvin birdied hole 10? What? I thought he was going to play that for par. I played my practice round with him, he said he was going to play that for par. Did anyone watch how Calvin birdied hole 10? This hole 10. Like the long par 3 downhill where the basket's like tucked up into the trees. He made an 80-footer. Oh my God, freaking psych. So he did throw his like backhand and then like out into the field and then just juice the putt. Freaking sicko. He's a freaking sicko. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that one only had 2 birdies. And then hole 9 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies. Yeah, so I would like to see a little bit more scoring separation on there. A little bit more. But yeah, all in all, the ending stretch is tough for sure. Did I miss a channel membership? Did someone just do that? No, we got Richard Myers. Okay, we got everyone. Commentary said he was playing for par and he drained a disgusting putt. Yeah, I mean he was playing for par for sure. It is definitely one of the tougher courses on tour right now. Like if you're not playing well, you will struggle. There's no hiding. A lot of courses you can hide. You can play bad and still, manage to shoot a couple under par or something. And a lot of times that's just because the course separation on so many holes are so bad, right? You just shank a shot and you get par. This course, you can't really shank a shot and get par. Holcomb's 270-foot eagle? No. What the heck? Did she throw in a forehand? Like a nasty forehand? She's doing a backhand? Dang. How do I think Ezra's going to do on Monday? I don't know. I'll be down there watching, though. I'll probably do some live streaming. Not live streaming, live tweeting. I'll probably live tweet because I think he's playing with the Goose Man. So I'll probably live tweet down there on Monday. I hope he qualifies too, because we'll probably have to film our practice round after that. And if he doesn't qualify, he's not going to be in a good mood. It's not dumb he didn't get in. He's dumb for not signing up on the right time. It wasn't like whether or not he wasn't not allowed in. It just he forgot, along with a bunch of other people, they just didn't sign up. I think the dumb thing is more that the PDGA didn't do a good enough job of really reminding people or sending out information to sign up. I think if you shoot under par, you'll probably qualify. I think if he shoots like 2 under par, he'll probably be in. For sure. All right, should we go down the FPO leaderboard? Should we just go through the FPO leaderboard real quick and then we'll do MPO? How does that sound, everyone? Sound good? I think I'm done talking about my round for right now, unless anyone has any sort of legitimate questions. Sounds great. All right. Yeah, James Conrad not being in already is kind of weird. But then again, like, does a world championship, like, does being a world champion give you access? Like, we don't really have any of that stuff, really, of where, you win this and then that lets this happen and unlocks this. We don't really have anything like that just yet. I think we kind of need to get that ironed out a little bit more. So, all right, top of the FPO leaderboard here, going into round 2, we've got Kristen Tatar shooting 9 under. Bogey-free round. She was 83% in circle 2. Wow. Didn't make one circle 2 putt. Shot 9 under. What a round. You got Sarah Holcomb. Okay, I see her eagle on hole 14. There you go. 5 under. She's tied with, I don't know who this is. I've never heard of this person. Who is this? Hannah Hoon from Spokane, Washington. All right. She threw the disc really well too, because she didn't really putt that well. 67 in circle 1 and 17 in circle 2. All right. Then you got Jessica Weiss and Emily Beach at 4 under. You got Owen Scoggins, Heidi Lane, Ella Hansen at 3. Alexis Mandahano, Deanne Carey, Katie Tati, Stacy Haas, Ariel Walker. That's another new name. We got a couple new names kind of at the top of the leaderboard here. Allie Smith is in 14th. She got an ace too. Oh, I think I saw that girl in the parking lot. I heard someone like talking about an ace. Yeah. Wow. T14. Ace hole 13 today. Let's go. Wow. Wait, let me catch up on this stuff. Wait, who is Chris Clemens' girlfriend? Sarah, wait. Hannah is Chris Clemens' girlfriend? Hold on, Chris. She was lights out. I heard Sarah Holcomb and Brody smell some. Okay, Gavin, that's be nice. There was a non-honking wall. A kid that aced that 600-foot hole was on second feature card. Oh, yeah. Okay. I saw some of him. Hannah is Chris's girlfriend. She isn't. Oh, I guess that is her. I couldn't even tell. Like the UDIS photos are like black and white, and they're kind of tiny. I couldn't even tell. I didn't know her last name, to be quite frank. Wow. That's awesome. I didn't even know she was playing tournaments. What else has she done this year? Now I'm just curious. Where are we going? 20. She played in all these tournaments this year? She got 22nd at Vegas, 32nd at Waco, 26th at Austin, 15th at Texas State, 24th at Music City. Wow. Okay, so she's kind of balling out of control this week. Heck yeah. Well, good for her, man. I like her and Clemens a lot. They're good people. You think it's pronounced Win? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Hannah Win? Sorry about that. What I have for breakfast? Some yogurt, banana, a waffle, some eggs, some sausage. Okay, we'll move on. Anyone interesting not like towards the top of the leaderboard? Holland Hanley shot +3 today. Not great. Evelina +5. Kona is at +6. Paige Shue +6. Holly Finley +6. Macy, after coming off of a really, really good tournament, she shot +6 today. All right. So pretty much we'll see what happens going in, but it looks like, as of right now, it looks like Kristen's probably going to run away with another one. I mean, a 4-shot lead. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go MPO now. Let's go MPO. We got Kyle Klein, top of the leaderboard at 7 under. I was very curious. I thought double digits was possible on this course. I thought we would see it. I still think we might see it. This tends to happen in a lot of new tournaments. The first round, depending on what the weather is, obviously, but usually tournaments that we haven't played before, courses that are new, the first round, people are still kind of figuring it out, and then scores start getting a little bit lower going in. So we've got 2 more rounds. I still think probably someone will shoot double digits at some point. There are, a handful of holes that you would like to definitely birdie. And how's the weight doing since you've been on tour? It's good. I'm maintaining right around like 218, 217. Do I drink beer? I do not, Zach. All right. Proctor getting the Tour Life push. After coming on Tour Life, he sits at 6 under, tied for second place with Ben Calloway, Isaac Robinson, someone that we haven't heard of in a while, and Eric Oakley. He's having himself another tournament. And then Harper Thompson. I told you a little bit about him. Played with him today. You've got Double G at 5. Gannon Burr kind of struggled there a little bit at the end. I think he probably is going to be a little upset with shooting 5 today. Albert Tam at 5. Then you got Bradley Williams and Ricky Wysocki rounding out the top 10, both at 4 under. And then Calvin bogeys the last 4 holes to shoot 3 under. I mean, I know 17 and 18 are tough, so I won't fault him for bogeying those holes, but I know he probably wants to get 15 and 16. So, it's 4 shots right there with taking bogeys on 15 and 16 when he's probably playing those, obviously for birdie. So a little bit of a rocky finish for him. We got Marweed is in there at 3. Matty O's at 2. Who else? Dickerson's at 1. James Conrad's at even. Clemens is at even. Vino's at even. Nicholas is at even. A lot of guys at even par. And then some people did struggle. Which happened out here. This course will eat some people up. It ate me up, that's for sure. Kevin Jones at +5. Yuli at +7. Germ at +7. Thomas Gilbert at +7. And yeah, that's where we're at. Stream is skipping. I don't know what that means. Are we back to being decent or no? Arms off the table. Sorry. Janice and the pups are good. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right. It's the hotel Wi-Fi. No Airbnb Wi-Fi this week. Only 4 guys in the top 10 had coverage, but barely Proctor and Klein. Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate where we're at right now with the coverage, but we're very limited on cameras. Very limited on cameras. And the fact that the field is getting deeper and deeper, I mean, we're seeing, people, the fact that people are winning off a chase card is kind of wild because you gotta imagine we're not playing in twosomes, right? If it was like a twosome, then it's like, okay, it makes sense that the last 2 guys, there's going to be sometimes people outside of that wins. I mean, we're having guys that are like in 5th or 6th place winning. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I spelled the crackle wrong, Pee-wee. So that's why I had to delete that. I need to remake the crackle. But these courses, I mean, look at, let's just throw a hypothetical out there. Calvin was playing really, really well. 7 under coming into 15. He finishes at 3 under. That could happen to anyone. So, I mean, we're putting ourselves in situations now where we're going to see a lot of things change potentially down the stretch. And I think that's a good thing. I think you want to make it interesting. The same way that Music City Open was. When you have that 15, 16, 17, 18 stretch, that's tough. Is disc golf too easy? See, this is where it'll be interesting because this is where I think some of you guys might disagree with me. To make disc golf as challenging as we can, to make disc golf challenging, we have to have courses like the one we played today, where you have tight OB around the fairways and you have tight OB around the greens. Because with how easy putting is, if we're not changing the baskets, Mr. Parody Paradise just threw that out there. And I know that's, everyone does not want to talk about changing the baskets. That's a quick, everyone hates that. So if we're not changing the baskets and we're like, okay, what can we do to make it difficult? You have to make greens and you have to make fairways small. Right now, there is, if you don't do that, there really is a benefit to throwing a shot to 15 feet and throwing a shot to 40 feet. Both people are going to make their putts. They're going to get the same exact score. Today, you saw, if you watch covers today, you saw multiple times the person that threw 15 feet got rewarded, got birdies, moved on. The person that threw 40 feet, threw OB, got bogeys, got penalized. That's score separation. That's what we have to do. If you want to have it to where the cream of the crop rises, the people that are playing well rise, that's what you have to do. And it'll be very interesting to see because I already know a lot of pros are going to be very upset because a lot of pros just don't like playing courses that they shoot over par at. So I already know that's coming. I hope the Disc Golf Pro Tour doesn't listen to them and realizes that this is a good course. Like the style, other than a couple of those holes that I talked about where need to be tweaked a little bit, the course that allows people that play well to shoot 4, 5, 6 under par. And if you don't play well, you shoot even 2, 3, 4, 5 over par. To me, that's a good course. Kyle Klein could very well go out tomorrow and shoot 2 over par. Very well go out tomorrow and shoot 2 over par. A lot of other courses, I would not be able to say that. If he shot 7 or 8 under today, I would be like, he's probably going to shoot about 7 or 8 under tomorrow. Not this course. Not this course. And to me, that's exciting. Like at this point in time, I do not think 20 under par is going to win it. I don't. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Someone could shoot 10 under, 10 under, and then they win at 24 under par or something. And I'll stand corrected. But with just how the course is playing, we'll see. But I like it. Yeah, I don't like bomber courses. And when we're saying bomber courses, I'm with you in the sense that I don't like courses that allow people to just juice the disc and there's no repercussions on where it lands. It's just throw it as far as you can out there, and then from there, I'll figure it out. This course has a few holes. It's not really a long course, but it does have a few holes that you can get aggressive off the tee and throw far. But it puts into play danger. And so you have to take that risk. I think that's how it should work. If you want to try to throw 525 feet, you probably take on a little bit more risk than if you would just throw your 400-foot shot. But by throwing your 400-foot shot, your next shot's going to be a little bit harder. So you got to make that decision. I like that. A few things I would say I don't like too much about this course that they need to probably change is I'm not a huge fan of inconsistent landing areas around greens. So, for example, I mean, there's multiple greens out there like this, but the one that jumps out at me is the par 3 that we're throwing over the water, hole 16 rather, that you throw kind of over the bridge, right? That green has a lot of rocks on it. I'm not a huge fan of it because no one is able to throw a disc within a foot. So when you have like rocks on the green, you're now basically making it to where some people are going to throw it and it's going to hit and then stick because it hits the ground. And then some people are going to throw it, it's going to hit a rock and skip and go OB, or hit a rock and then roll back OB. I don't like that. I think we need to try to make these landing areas, especially in greens, consistent. So if you want to make the whole right side of the green rocky, that's fine. And if you want to make the whole left side of the green grass, that's fine. I don't think we should have like big sticks and rocks and like weird stuff like that where we're just now it's getting a little bit fluky. It's getting a little bit more fluky like that. That's one thing I would say needs to probably get changed, not just on this course, but just on the majority of courses. But that's just extra work. We just don't have the ability of doing that, I think, right now. I do like pins in the bunker. It's not bad. Yeah, like obviously if we could actually make the bunkers themselves, like the sand, how we want to shape them, I think it'd be better. FPO course has some bad greens, would barely be playable during rain. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I only saw maybe the first like 4 holes of FPO, so I didn't get to see too much. I did hear this course was not great in the rain though, so it rained quite a bit today, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays tomorrow morning. I'll be out there early. Yeah, disc golf needs to have the courses need to have more consistency. Yeah, exactly. You just don't want to have it where, two people are throwing 450-foot shots and they land a foot from one another. And I'm not saying they land a foot from another like near out of bounds. I'm saying they land a foot from one another, 5 feet away from the basket, and one gets a completely different reaction than the other one. Yeah, Ricky had a good round today. Could I see an indoor course making the pro tour? No. Talkative cards on B, A tiers kind of bother me. Do most pros keep to themselves during the round? There's definitely some chatter out there for sure. I think there are some pros that need it, where if they're not talking to people and they're not having conversations, they get uncomfortable, and so they have to start conversations and start talking with you. That's not my favorite, but there are some that just, they'll strike up a conversation here and there. And I think that's fine. Today on our card, we had a little bit of a backup. And so we were talking about Champions Cup, and I was playing with Owen, and he was talking about how he is going down to do the qualifier. And so there's stuff like that. And I think that's completely fine. Colling has to chat or his anxiety takes over. He might be one of those guys. I haven't played with him in a while, so I'm not sure. How do I join TLC? What does TLC stand for? TLC is the Tour Life crew. It is a way of supporting not just the Tour Life podcast, but is also a way of supporting just Foundation as a whole. So we can do more shows. We can, Hunter and Trevor, if you guys watched, they went down and did a full media coverage of the college nationals that just went down. We're able to do a lot. So if you want us to kind of continue, if you like what we're doing over here on Foundation and you're enjoying Tour Life, the podcast, because obviously most of it's going to be based around the live streams. What you're watching right now is another one right here. Join the Tour Life crew. TLC. Is there a way? Does anyone have the link for that? Can someone post the link for that in chat, and then I can copy it and make a whatchamacallit? Tour Life t-shirts. I think they're coming. I think we're working on them. What do you need to work on to finish in the top half? I wish I knew, man. I wish I freaking knew. I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier about that's why it's so frustrating not knowing. Elbows off the table. Ron, you're killing me, brother. Best way to grow the sport? Dang. That's a question and a half. Ami's t-shirt would be fire. I would love to wear that. Does anyone have the link? Gavin, you're kind of the worst right now, brother. I answered one of your questions because you kept commenting it like 10,000 times, but now you're kind of the worst. I know. Can you copy the link and just post it in the chat? Like when you click the join button, it'll take you somewhere. And then if you can just copy that link and post it in the chat, that way I can do it. I'm about to block them too. I don't think we have any mods in here right now. We have to make some of my TLC members some mods and get the chat right. Oh, it's in the video description. I'm an idiot. You're right. I did put it in there, didn't I? I'm a freaking idiot. Let me do this real quick so it's just easier for everyone. Because I know for some reason, like it's hard to find. It's hard to find it for some people. Okay. Join TLC. There you go. And I pinned it. So it's at the top. So if you want to join, it's there for you. No pressure. All right. Where else are we at? Paul, what's up, brother? I have several mods, but I don't know. I kind of need to like I kind of need to almost redo the mod situation because I had an incredible mod team for Twitch back in the day, and I had some of them come over. I still see like Styx is in here every once in a while. There's a couple of them. Reb might be in here a couple times. There are still a couple people that bounce in. That link should work. Is that link not working, guys? If you click that link, it doesn't take you to the doesn't take it to the candy shop. That link did not work. Huh. Oh, I need to. Oh, I need to open up the entire thing. That's what I need to do. Hold on. Let's see. If I go here. There we go. All right, here we go. Can I edit this? Oh, remove. Join TLC. There we go. There we go. Replace. There we go. That's what you people want. Give the people what they want. Did I take off the tour life emoji? I don't think so. Is it? No, it's right here. Oh, the old tour life? Yeah, I removed the old tour life. We've got a new logo now. That's the new tour life logo. So that's what we rock with. I don't know how to apply for a mod yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to figure that out at some point, especially if I'm going to do more of these live chats moving forward. Wondering what disc I should take with me to Europe besides some roaches. Well, you're not going to take a full bag, Jeremy? I putt with a roach. Roaches are pretty dope. If you want to get one, why not? Do you focus? Word. What's the weather like tomorrow? I have not checked. Hopefully it's sunny and hot. I got a full Castaplast bag already in EU. Oh, so you're just trying to figure out like what additional discs you need? Oh, I don't know what gaps you've got, brother. Sell me on the Zone OS, Brody. Well, couple things. First one being, if you're in the woods and you want a super tight flex line, but you don't want a fast disc that could potentially have a big skip at the end, Zone OS. If you've got, let's say for me, with my arm speed, hey, Gary Downs, welcome to the TLC, brother. Let's go. Can I change that actually? So it doesn't say podcast premium. All right, hold on. No one join. No one join right now. I want to see if I can change this real quick. Because it says welcome to podcast premium. What if I change that? I wonder if I can change that to Tour Life Crew. Because I think, right? Doesn't that make sense? Shouldn't it say welcome to Tour Life Crew and not welcome to Podcast Premium? Are we all feeling that before I change it? Podcast Medium. I was curious if we should offer different different tiers because we only offer one tier right now. I don't know if that's something that people would be interested in. Multiple tiers. Okay, so we're doing Tour Life Crew. Welcome to Tour Life Crew. Did I want the vulture? No, I got to pick what I wanted, and I picked the Zone OS. Okay. All right, where are we at? Membership. Okay. Membership levels. Here we go. Edit. If you have something to offer at a higher tier. Yeah, that's always a question of like what is it that people really would want, Okay. Oh, your perks will be reviewed usually within 24 hours. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it's fixed, maybe it's not. We'll see. Tour Life Crew, though, in the works. I think one tier is good for now. All right, we'll keep it with one tier. Easy peasy, man. Do as you ask. The pitch on your zone vid worked well. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a zone vid? Oh, it still says podcast premium. All right, that's okay though. SPB, we all know you're in the Tour Life Crew. Welcome, brother. Welcome. We do have the Patreon for multiple levels. That is true. That is true. It'd be more like YouTube stuff, though. Every vid is a zone vid. Kind of is. You're right. Will there be some tournaments in Raleigh and Chapel Hill area in the near future? How close is that to USDGC? That's at Winthrop. What is that? That's Rock Hill. And then Charlotte, you've got the Tour Championship in Charlotte every year. So I don't know how close that is. Baba O'Reilly, welcome to the TLC, baby. Let's go. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you. Fire Mountain, that's a sick name for a course. Favorite roach plastic? It's got to be the Brody Swirl. It's got to be the Brody Swirl. Am I going to Zootown? Wasn't planning on it. But it depends. If I need those points, I might need those points. Would you ever want to create your own mold? If so, what would you want? Unfortunately, that's not a Brody decision. That is a manufacturer decision. So that would be, I'm with Discraft. So that would be on Discraft to want to make that happen. That is not a, trust me, I would love to have my own mold. What the heck? Best of luck tomorrow and Sunday. I've got to go do some putting practice for a tournament this weekend. Harold, good luck, man. I already putted tonight. My arm is sore. Diavolo is a great course. Cary, North Carolina. I think at some point, me and the guys, we're just going to get into a freaking RV. We're going to travel across the country, and we're just going to play a bunch of courses at some point. Not right now. Because you end up going to all these places, and they're all like, have you played this course? You're going to go play this course? This course is sick. You need to play this course. And it's like, I don't really have time to do any of that. Like, I gotta play the course I'm playing in the tournament. That's what I got to play. I can't play other courses too. What would the numbers mean, even though they're meaningless? I would do like almost like a catch frisbee, similar to like the sky streak. I would do something like that. I think that would be awesome disc. I like Tampa. I played a few courses in Tampa. My buddy lives down there. Shout out to Chris G. You played 4 rounds at Maple yesterday? My gosh. What tee pads? I'm assuming you played from close tee pads a couple times at least. Be out there all day. Who's better, Hunter or Trevor? It depends. I would say Hunter, as far as like skill, like ceiling wise, Hunter has a higher ceiling, but Trevor ends up, clutching up a little bit more sometimes than Hunter. It'd be interesting for those guys. I know Hunter's kind of doing like the break. Was it break 68? Is that what he's trying to do at New London? Is it 68 or 62 or 64? I don't even know what the par is there. Is it 68? Break 68 at New London? David says 68. Yeah. So he's doing that right now. It would be fun to watch Hunter and Trevor do a little bit of a let me see how good I can get, put a month or two of work into just grinding out and see what their skill level can go up to. Because, when I'm up there, obviously I do the videos and stuff with them. They're rolling out of the car and immediately, filming. There's not really any warming up going on or practice or anything like that. They're just filming. And a lot of those videos too, they're filming stuff that doesn't really translate to being better at disc golf. They're very enjoyable videos, but they're not doing stuff that is going to ultimately make them better at disc golf. So I think it'd be a fun series, and maybe that kind of is what he's doing with the Break 68. But I think it'd be a fun series if like once a week they upload a video of them like training, kind of. C-Rom, welcome to the TLC, brother. Welcome. Thanks so much. Hunter's medium floor, medium ceiling. I am excited about Champions Cup, yes. Yeah, I don't watch too much disc golf content outside of like the Disc Golf Network, like tournament coverage. But I gotta say, every once in a while, the guys they'll throw a freaking title up and a freaking thumbnail up there, and I'm just like, I gotta watch this. I was cracking up. I was watching the was the countries one or whatever, where Trevor was Italy and Hunter was Canada. I was cracking up watching that one. Would I ever consider going on another reality TV show like The Amazing Race? I love The Amazing Race. It was a lot of fun, but it did take up a lot of my time. I think it was like 33 days, 34 days, 28 days, 32 days. It's one of those. It was a lot of time to do it. If I did it again, I'd probably do it with Kelsey. But yeah, it'd be tough. It'd be really tough to do that again. I feel like if I was going to do it again, I should have done Survivor right after, because I could have gone on Survivor like the next season, I guess, or 2 seasons after The Amazing Race, whichever one it was. But I think that was like 45 days, and I was like, I can't do that. I missed so much work by going on these things. How many VIPs on a card? I was thinking of spectating on Sunday. There's not that many people out there, so if you want an up close and personal, come on out. Wasn't Sayonana's win a silver series? Well, they are called silver events. I don't know if that will ever catch on. I feel like everyone calls them silver series still. I don't even know if the Pro Tour is even. I might be wrong. I know initially at the beginning of the season, they're like, these are no longer called Elite Series and Silver Series. There are now Elite events and Silver events. I don't know if they're still pushing that. So I could be pushing something that they don't even care about anymore. But yeah, she did win a silver event, Texas State. Funniest touring professional? Nah. Not really anyone. Tatar played in the event. All that matters. Beat the queen. Become the queen. It wasn't a weak field. I think Paige played in that event too. No, she was not in that event. She played in. She was not in that event. Kat was in that event. What is the worst to play in? Rain, extreme heat, heavy winds. Oh, dang it. You took away the easy answer, which is cold. I don't mind playing in the heat. I honestly don't mind playing in extreme winds. So probably rain, just because I hate having to dry my discs. Will Ricky actually win a major this year? Well, he's got 4 shots at it, right? Champions Cup's coming up. Then he'll have Worlds or European Open, I guess, would be next. Then Worlds, then USDGC. He did just win GMC last year. That's where Worlds is going to be this year. Paul is not playing this tournament, no. How many pros have annual cortisone shots? I have no idea, man. I haven't taken a cortisone shot since my knee surgery. What was that, 2012? Who wins Worlds this year? Guess you have to wait and find out. What's the difference between an Elite Series and a major besides the name? Higher purse? Baba, I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. Well, I mean, the USDGC you have to qualify for, so that's kind of dope. European Open this year you have to qualify for, so that's kind of dope. But Champions Cup and Worlds, I couldn't tell you, man. It's the same exact fields. All the same people are there. Maybe Worlds has 5 rounds. Worlds have 5 rounds? Did we play 5 rounds last year? Yeah, I mean, if you have to qualify to get in, definitely a little more prestigious. Okay, so Worlds was 1 extra round. It used to be 10. Yeah, it's just way too many, man. No one cares. No one cares about 10 rounds. Seven rounds is too long, too. You can't. People aren't going to be interested in the first 3 rounds. It's just so long, man. All right. I think we're asking about pineapple on pizza. I think Randy, I think that's when we know we are wrapping it up for the night. Okay, folks. That was a good one. Thanks to all the new channel members. We got 11 new channel members tonight. Wow. Incredible. It's very cool to see all the channel members in the chat and everyone else. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening, adding into the chat. Tour life will be interesting, to say the least, next week. Me and Yuli right now, +7, both of us, not playing well. So either both of us are going to turn around and make something out of this tournament, or one of us will, or neither one of us will. Not sure what's going to happen, but I do know we will be back here live at 8 p.m. Eastern for tour life. And I look forward to seeing all you beautiful people next week. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on Wednesday.